Good morning. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Gadsden City Council meeting on Tuesday, March the 3rd. I would like to remind everyone, please make sure your cell phones are turned to the off or vibrate position. Also, please be advised our City Council meetings are broadcast on Comcast Channel 99, AT&T U-verse, and the City of Gadsden YouTube channel. This meeting of the Gadsden City Council will now come to order. The chair calls on City Clerk Iva Nelson for the roll call.
Councilwoman Latham. Councilman Smith.
Here.
Councilman Avery.
Here.
Councilman Back.
Here.
Councilman Wilson.
Here.
Councilwoman Minatra.
Here.
And Councilman Robinson.
Here.
We have a quorum present and our meeting is open for business. I'm going to ask Councilwoman Latham to lead the invocation. Please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. Father God, we come to you this morning. We are grateful, we are thankful that you have afforded us one more day of life, health, and strength, Lord God. We thank you for wisdom. We thank you for knowledge. And we thank you, Lord God, for the things that you are doing in our city, the things you have done, the things that you are going to do. Father God, we thank you for the assignments you have placed in our hands. We ask that you would lead us today in this meeting, that you would guide us. We thank you for those who have gathered here today. And we ask your continued blessings upon our mayor, upon our city council, those who work for our city, and most of all, God, those who live in our city. We ask also, God, that you look upon our world today, and we decree and declare peace, Lord God, in every area, Lord God. We ask that you would lead those, Lord God, in government to do the things that need to be done at this time. And we ask this prayer in your Son, Jesus' name. We have your faith to call those things that be not as though they were. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the work session and council meeting held on February 24th.
So moved.
Second. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to approve minutes.
The chair will entertain a motion to ratify payment of accounts for the week of February 20th through the 26th.
So moved.
Second. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to ratify payment of the accounts.
All right. Agenda item 7 is reserved for proclamations and commendations. Mayor Ford has a very important proclamation this morning. I'll turn the floor over to Mayor Ford.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. President, members of the council. I want to say something to the Russell family. If you're with the Russell family, Russell Day family, would you please come present and stand with me? I have to tell the family, I didn't personally get to know Mr. Day that's passed, but I can tell you this, every police officer in the city of Gadsden and Etowah County has called me and told me what a great person he was, and that's such a credence to your passing of your loved one. And Lieutenant Russell, if you'll come forward too. He called me last night and talked to me for quite a while. What are you doing, buddy? Yeah. He's looking at me like he's ready to take me on. Come on up here. You're welcome to come up here. Come on, y'all come up here. Come on. Y'all can help me read it, okay? All right, let's read this together. Josh, and I'm going to let you introduce everybody when this is over, okay? All right. Whereas Sergeant Alonzo Russell, Jr., badge number 153, devoted 26 years and 10 months of faithful service to the Gadsden Police Department and the citizens he proudly protected. And whereas born in Washington, D.C., Lonnie later made Gadsden his home after honorably serving in the United States Army, choosing to build his family and life in the community he would so faithfully serve. And whereas throughout his distinguished career, he was known for his tireless work ethic, steady leadership as a sergeant, and his unwavering commitment to duty. And whereas his determination defined him exemplified by learning to shoot left-handed after his first stroke, proving his resilience and strength of character. And whereas beyond the badge, Lonnie was outgoing, kind, and quietly humorous, and never meeting a stranger, and always ready with his dry wit. And whereas he found happiness in cooking and grilling for his family, teaching his children at the range, working out with friends while listening to his beloved 1940s and 50s country music, and enjoying classic horror films. And whereas he was devoted husband to Sabrina Russell, a proud father to Courtney Russell, Amanda Russell, Hunter, Justin Russell, Joshua Russell, and a loving grandfather to Amir, Akeem, and Amor, is that correct? Russell, who wear the joy of his life. Whereas we honor and remember Sergeant Alonzo Lonnie Russell Jr. for his extraordinary service, steadfast dedication, and the warmth and laughter he brought to all who knew him. Now therefore, I, Craig Ford, Mayor of the City of Gadsden, Alabama, hereby join with the Gadsden City Council in proclaiming Tuesday, March the 3rd, 2026, as Sergeant Alonzo Lonnie Russell Day. Come here. Is Josh related to y'all? I'm just curious.
Our youngest son is named Josh.
Oh, really?
It's a different one.
Come here, Tiger.
All right, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Gotcha.
So I want Josh to come up here and introduce everyone. Okay, that's a good political move. Yeah. Yeah. So I just want to thank y'all sincerely. I've heard so many great stories about him, and Josh called me last night. We talked quite a while, and some other police officers called me. And if you look around the room, if you're with law enforcement or you're here today for him, please raise your hand. Wow, that's impressive. So I didn't personally know him, but man, I have loved the stories and getting to know all the stories about him and what a friendly person he was. And shooting left-handed, that's a big deal. I'm still in the Army. I can barely shoot right-handed. So this is a big deal. So we want to thank y'all, and I know he's very proud of all of y'all. So you come on up here, okay?
Yeah, I have some stories, but we won't go into them today. He was funny. I'm Sabrina Russell. I'm his wife, and this is, where's Courtney? I'll start with the firstborn. She's the firstborn, Courtney. Secondborn, Amanda. Third, Justin. And this is his wife, Brianna Russell, and our 3 grandkids, Amir, Akeem, and Amor. And I've got one son that's not here with us. He lives in Mobile, Joshua Russell, who happens to have the same name as Josh Russell. I think that's why I want him. So take it with you, because he sure did appreciate you and loved you. He talked about you a lot. And so thank you guys so much for coming.
I'm Lamar Jaggers. I'm the chief. Chief of police here. I considered Lonnie a good friend. He was one of my field training officers. And we had a good time together. We learned a lot from each other. He was sort of a no-nonsense guy when you were out here working, but he was a completely different person in the car riding around with him. He was very funny. He loved life. He loved his family. And I appreciate everybody coming out today. Thank you.
Thank y'all very much, and we're very honored to have y'all here today in our presence, okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Ford, and thank you, Russell family. Chief Jaggers, thank you so much for those heartfelt words. I know that was difficult. Well, we'll transition to our next special guest today. We have the Ura Brown Elementary School principal here today, Miss Amanda Martinez. Miss Martinez, if you would come forward, please. I'd also like to recognize folks from the Board of Education. I saw Keith, there he is, and would y'all come forward also? We have two topics that we want to honor Ura Brown with today. The first topic is that for the second year in a row, Ura Brown Elementary scored 100 on the state report card. That doesn't happen very often in the state of Alabama. Ura Brown is widely recognized as one of the top, I think, at least 3, if not 2, elementary schools in the whole state of Alabama. And we're very proud to have Ms. Martinez here, who is our principal at Ura Brown. And Ms. Martinez, if you will, explain what that means to score 100 on the state report card.
Yes. First and foremost, I want to say my condolences to the Russell family. You're in our thoughts and prayers. So getting a 100 on the state report card, the state looks at various factors. They look at academic performance, academic growth. They look at chronic absenteeism and the performance of our special a special portion of it, which is special education and EL students. So that just means that our students are performing at an excellent rate. They're growing. We're showing academic growth again. So our faculty and staff does a phenomenal job making sure that they are addressing all deficiencies and moving our students to where they need to be. Very, very proud of them.
Wonderful. Congratulations to Ura Brown for
Thank
scoring
you.
100. And now the second topic for Ura Brown is that for the first time, the state of Alabama has held a Scholars Bowl competition for, I think, 5th grades, right, Ms. Roberts? And Ura Brown Elementary School won the state championship in the Scholars Bowl this year. All right. So if you guys would come forward, Mayor Ford has special gifts for you guys. I know we have some comments also. I want to recognize Kathy Roberts is the coach for the Scholars Bowl team.
So, Mr. President, if it's okay, we'll keep them up there so we can get a picture with y'all. But, you know, the 100 is a big deal. There's a few people in the room that's never scored 100, and I won't mention their names. Nick Hall, John Moore, you know, and Kent Back. No, I'm just kidding. But, you know, we got the grade last year, Miss Martinez, and I believe I think we're number 1 in the state. I'm not sure who did the judging, but this year let me do it. But the team that was number 1 in the school that was number 1 in the state was Mountain Brook Elementary. What was it?
Crestview Elementary.
Crestview. And if you look at their ad valorem taxes that they receive for their school system compared to ours, that says a lot about our school system. And for Mr. Blackwell and Miss Maness and for our teachers, what they are able to do, what they were able to give from us and from everybody else in the community. But they do an excellent job. And Ura Brown is something that we use for recruiting industry in our city. And it helped us, what we're being able to make a big announcement on Friday about. We showcased our elementary school and our school system and Ura Brown specifically, but also our high school also. So we just want to thank y'all. But to our Quiz Bowl students, thank y'all. And let's start over here to the left. And Miss Martinez, I'll let you announce them so they can be on TV. So if you'll announce their names, do you know all the children's names? Of course I do. Well, let's let Mr. Blackwell do it.
I would like for Kathy Roberts. Let me just say that she has been such a key factor to this team. And I know that typically she does not like to be called out, but I want to make sure that she is recognized. And if you would do me the honor as announcing our students.
Yay.
Thank you all for having us, City Council. That is tremendously embarrassing. I do not like to have my name called out ever. Because really this is not about me, it's about our students. A huge thank you to my really smart kids, to their parents, and to our administration. We have an excellent staff, an excellent group that works with these kids, but certainly they're the ones who took home the prize. So I'm very proud of them, and I'll start on your side. Jane Wilson, and then Charlotte Bailey, Tanaya Dillon, Zoe Solis, Finn Haney, and Jack Williams. It's a very balanced team. And I'll briefly mention that Finn was also named to the Alabama State All-Star team. So they only had 6.
Way to go, Finn.
We're really proud. Previously, we've had to compete at a middle school level or against 6th graders, which is really different because most places in the state of Alabama, that is a middle school, and they often offer it as a class, which we don't do. This year, they opened it up, and they had an elementary division for 4th and 5th graders. So we're technically, I guess, the inaugural winners of the state Scholars Bowl competition. So thank you again for recognizing us today. We appreciate your allowing us to be here.
Congratulations.
Finn, I can tell right now you look just like your granddaddy, Clay Ellis. He is a clone of Clay. And your granddaddy was my dentist for years. If you like my teeth, thank your granddaddy, okay? All right, let's get a picture real quick. And I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Blackwell.
Look at Mr. Reed first. Thank you. Now look at me. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Guys, y'all can't spend this coin for candy.
Congratulations.
I didn't see it. I know when the mayor said that, making 100, and said that John probably couldn't do that. Brian, I don't know if he could make a 70, so that's probably a stretch. I do want to say before I mention our Scholars Bowl, when I was a police officer back in 1994, first year, my first training officer at the academy was Lonnie Russell. Back then you got the paper forms and it would have everything on there about, where you're going to do that day, all the things to look out for. And I remember looking at it and seeing Lonnie Russell's name, not knowing who he was. I remember looking around the room of all the police officers and looking at name tags, and I saw Russell. I said, well, there's my guy. That's who I'm going to be riding with. So day one, I was with Lonnie. And I know the family left, and I told them I was going to say something about him. He was, as the chief was also one of my training officers too on third shift. But Lonnie was an awesome guy. He was a good guy. Me and Miss Vanessa were talking about the children, came through, both of us as principals, a great family. But I feel like I need to say that. I mean, I came here for Scholars Bowl, but when I came here and I saw what they were here for as well, for him, I wanted to get up and say that he was a awesome man. He was a good man, good family. But anyway, so obviously proud of our Ura Brown crowd, and I see some of these are also, I taught their parents, which I don't see the parents here. I see all the grandparents here with their phones, but it's not just Ura Brown. I just told the mayor, and some of you may already know, that Gadsden Middle this past weekend also won. The high school is the 2-time state defending champions, and I've said before and I'll say again, I know we get caught up sometimes in sports and winning state championships in sports, and we all want to do that. Every coach at coaches wants to do that. It's not something, we strive for that. But I sometimes think that we pass over the fact that academically, we're state champions. When we go up against the best of the best, and here's our best, when you take Gadsden Middle and the high school, we come out on top. We've made a name for ourselves. And you talk about dynasties, and everybody knows you're going to take on Gadsden City from elementary all the way to high school, you're going to have your hands full with us. So we're proud of that. I want you as a council officer to be proud of that. So I just wanted to say that it's not just what they've accomplished, which is awesome, and Ms. Roberts, who I know loves to come up and talk in front of people, but it's awesome what they've accomplished, but all the way up to the high school kids. So you as council people, when you're out and about talking, always beat your chest, stick your chest out wide and say, hey, in Gadsden, Alabama, we're the home of Scholars Bowl state champions from top to bottom. So just want to throw it out there. But I thank you for your time. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. President. Your Brown, we're proud of you, okay? And Kathy, you're a lot better looking than your husband, Andrew. Yeah. He takes offense to that. But I have a sad announcement and a good announcement. I want to introduce somebody to the council. Brittany Perkins is leaving this Friday. She is going to work with the Etowah County Circuit Judge Matt Skelton. District, sorry. And it's a better opportunity for Brittany and her family. But we are sad to lose Brittany. We're going to miss her. She's done a lot for the mayor's office and for the city of Gadsden. And Brittany, you will be greatly missed. And we're your family. All On the other note, I want to welcome someone that kind of God put in our path, Dawn Sullivan, O'Sullivan. And I'll let her introduce herself. Dawn, you're going to have to come up here and introduce yourself. But I got to know her. Nick hired her. She went to work for the insurance department. And after about a week, Nick said, hey, if Brittany's leaving, you might want to interview this lady. I did. It's kind of ironic. She used to work for a previous mayor in the state of Indiana, and I'll let her tell you about that. Her husband is a former police chief. She's very familiar with municipal government, and she's got a great background, but I'll let her introduce herself and tell you about her. But she has hit the ground running, and Brittany's still training her till this Friday. After this Friday, it'll just be Dawn in the office with me and Meltsy and the rest of the crew. So, Dawn, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay. Well, like the mayor said, my name is Dawn O'Sullivan. I'm originally from Indiana, moved to Florida, then moved to Alabama to be near my grandkids. I've been married for over 30 years, happily married to a man who served in the police department and who is now serving with the U.S. Marshals. We love it here. I have over 30 years of experience for paralegal. I have served under a judge. I have worked under a mayor. I'm very familiar with municipalities, court systems, and how everything is ran. I was blessed to have the opportunity to be able to be in the city government here, and was blessed that the mayor asked me to join him. So I look forward to meeting you all and working with you all.
Wonderful. Welcome.
So if you got anything out of that speech, her husband's a U.S. Marshal. That's the only thing I could remember when we interviewed. So I said, I don't want him serving me papers one day. or Councilman Wilson. But
Mr.
no.
Sullivan, I do want to just say welcome. And obviously from your dialect, I could tell that you weren't originally from this area. But like my friend's father from high school, they were from Pennsylvania. He used to always say, I'm not from here, but I got here as quick as I could. So welcome. I'm glad you're here.
But thank you, Mr. President. She's a great asset to the mayor's office, but of course we're going to miss Brittany, and I told Brittany the door's always open for her in the city of Gadsden.
That's right.
All right, thank you.
Right. Mayor Ford, I also want to recognize, we have one of our county commissioners with us this morning, Commissioner Jamie Grant. Commissioner, thank you for becoming.
He's gotten so skinny I couldn't see him. He works out with us at the gym. So,
Commissioner, would you like to make a comment or anything?
I just came here for Lonnie. I've known him since the 90s.
Oh, okay.
And I just came here for him. And,
well, great.
Mr. Johnson invited me, and from the county side and us, we're just
Sure.
going to miss him. We appreciate his service.
Well, I thought you might have known Sergeant Russell from your service. Yeah.
Mr. President, if I could say something right now with everything going on in Iran, and I'm still in the service. Jamie, come on up here. So Jamie and I talking to Jim. Jamie likes to come in the gym, talk for about 10 minutes, then he leaves.
I don't have to work
and John and I wonder, did he ever lift a weight? But his wife has a personal trainer, so we know she works out, and she's in a lot better shape than he is. But Jamie has served how many tours? 3 tours overseas in the Middle East. So it's, sometimes we forget about those that went before us and had to serve all those tours. And, unfortunately, we've lost 6 servicemen so far in the conflict that we're in now. I get updates constantly being in the service from our units and everything that's going on, and we're on standby like everybody else. But, a lot of people get put on standby, but they rarely ever get put in the game. And those that are in the game, we need to pray for, and we need to also pray for those that served before us, because it brings back a lot of memories to those that have been there before. So, Jamie, you're in our prayers, and we appreciate you.
I miss it. I can tell you that. I want to go now, so the other kids ain't got to. So just keep those. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Jamie. Well said. Thank you, Mayor Ford. All right, we are at agenda item 8, and it's this is the time and place as advertised to conduct a public hearing, allowing anyone to speak in opposition to or in favor of a resolution authorizing annulment of an alley between 904 and 924 East Broad Street in District 2. Community Development Project 2000 Incorporated is the sole owner of all property abutting the alley and has requested the abatement. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Does anyone would like to speak in favor? Yes, ma'am. Ms. Haynes, I'm sorry, if you could come to so we could, in the recording, the mic can't pick you up back there, but thank you for coming this morning, and thank you for speaking.
Just here to say we're here to answer any questions or any discussion if there is any. Other than that, we're going to have a seat. Let's do
Okay.
business.
Anybody have any questions? All right. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Number 9 is our next public hearing is a resolution approving alcoholic beverage licenses. Gadsden Enterprise LLC, doing business as Wooden Indian 4, has applied for the following licenses: retail beer, off-premises only, and tobacco-only license at 1401 South 11th Street. Lounge retail liquor license, Class 2, which is the package store, and tobacco-only license at 1405 South 11th Street. Both locations are in District 5. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Does anyone wish to speak in favor? The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved. Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Item 10 on our agenda is at this time, the chair will entertain a motion to recess the council meeting in order to conduct the work session.
So moved. Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to recess the council meeting for the work session, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries for the recess.
So we'll go to item 11. The chair will entertain a motion to reconvene the council meeting.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to reconvene the council meeting, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to reconvene.
I'm sorry, Mr. President.
Yes?
I apologize. A procedural question, and I may have just been distracted. Did we take action to come out of executive session?
We didn't take official action, but we ended it.
Okay, I just thought we actually had to vote to come out of executive session. I'm sorry, Mr. President.
All right,
Okay.
that's okay.
You questioning Iva?
I think he's questioning the president, which is probably a good thing to do.
Yes, which I was going to agree with you, but I'm not going to argue it out.
Thank you. At least, I just thought in the past we had
It's
always.
one of those great
actually-
paradoxes because you don't vote in executive session. But
Yeah,
anyway,
Right.
I apologize.
That's
Mr.
okay.
President. I was-
it's perfectly
right.
fine with me if y'all want to vote.
I've been, I attended another course, since we're just having a casual conversation up here, about council meetings and how to conduct them. And one of the main things is don't have sidebar conversations when you're up here and don't do what I'm doing right now when you're up here. So anyway, live and learn. I know that wouldn't be any fun, would it? No. And don't throw a chair at your fellow council member, things like
or
that.
she.
So. All right, well, we are in regular session here in the council meeting. We're at item 12, which is unfinished business. We have none today. We do have a full slate, though. Look at item 13. It's a resolution electing director of the Etowah Gadsden Healthcare Authority. This reappoints Marie Franklin Johnson for a term expiring on December 22nd, 2029. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Item 14 is a resolution consenting to the assignment of franchise agreement to the purchasers of Crown Castle Fiber, LLC. This is for operation of a fiber optic transmission line along certain public rights-of-way, which was authorized by ordinance number O-17-24. Crown Castle's Fiber Solutions business was purchased by Fiber Finco LLC, and their small cells business was purchased by Small Cell Holdco Incorporated. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Item 15 is a resolution authorizing supplemental agreement with Alabama Department of Transportation. This is for use of carbon reduction program funds to offset cost increases through the construction period for the partial realignment and resurfacing of South 11th Street from the bridge over Black Creek to Randall Street. This is an MPO project, and the city's 20% share is $503,000. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Mr. President, just want to say thank you again for everybody involved in this project. This is going to be a really nice exclamation point on that South 11th Street corridor.
It is. This has been going on for some time. It started
sir.
back in your first term, and
Yes, sir.
here we are, finishing it up. All right, any other comments? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Item 16 is a resolution authorizing agreement with Chambliss King Architects, LLC. This is to provide the construction plans and specifications relating to the Coosa Harbor mixed-use development, and the amount is $300,000. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion? All right. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Item 17 is a resolution authorizing supplemental agreement with Three Notch Group. This is an additional $19,500 for preparation of the required U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and Alabama Department of Environmental Management permit application for the South Gadsden Drainage Improvements Phase 1 project. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Mr. President, this is part of a grant that we got from Senator Katie Britt for an appropriation, so we're excited about this.
It is exciting. It's a big project there. It's long overdue. Glad to
Yes,
see it
sir.
moving forward. Good work. Anybody else? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
All right, item 18. The next item on our agenda is a public hearing, allowing anyone to speak in opposition to or in favor of a resolution creating tax increment District Number 1 in the Gadsden City Center area. This reserves the increased tax revenue generated through rehabilitation of the defined district to fund capital improvements in that area. This designation lasts for a period of 25 years and will replace the former TIF Number 1. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Does anyone wish to speak in favor?
Yes, Council President.
It appears you might have a presentation.
A slight one.
It's like, well, that's good.
As anticipated, there's going to be people here from the public. Besides you.
We know 80% of population are visual learners, so pictures are good.
Well, this helps me stay on track. Jesse put this together for me, so I wouldn't ramble. We'll make sure we got it.
Yeah, we'll let the folks move around so they can take a look at it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Can you get behind the mic so we can hear you?
Go to the first one. For some of the council members, it's the first time that you're serving your first term, might not be familiar with what a TIF district is. I was going to explain really quickly. What a TIF was passed by the Alabama legislature to help incentivize blighted areas in the city. And how it works is the city draws a map along with legal descriptions of the area of it called a TIF district, and there's certain requirements and parameters on how you do that. And I won't bore you with those details, but the concept is this: is say Councilman Avery owns a piece of land that's worth $100, and it's in the TIF district, and he puts a commercial development on that property. Obviously, the value of that is going to increase. But once the TIF district is created,
Who's this guy right here?
once that TIF district is created, the assessed value on Councilman Avery's land is set at $100, okay? Or whatever the assessed value is of that day. So whatever the increase is during the term of this TIF district is what's called the increment, okay? And in the city of Gadsden, we pay property tax at 49 mills. That's .0049. And of that 49 mills, the city gets 12 mills, and the county gets 11.5. So what we're doing is, the 12 mills would usually come to the city's general budget, but that's going into a TIF fund. And because we're working with the county on this, in just the TIF district, on the increment value, their 11.5 mills goes into this TIF fund as well. So that's the money that we capture in this TIF fund. And like any TIF fund, any statutory, there's only certain uses you can use that money for. And that's for public improvement. Okay? That's for and a great example was John Moore's Whataburger out here. He brought him out there, and we needed to build a turn lane onto the highway. And we were able to use TIF funds to fund that project to get that development. Okay? Now, what's important, go to the next one. Go ahead. I already went through that. Yeah, it can be used. This can be used for, as I said, public infrastructure like street construction, sidewalk expansion, bridge construction, repair, those types of purposes, as well as demolitions and redevelopment and economic development. So, but the funds are limited on what you can use them for, but they're also limited. They have to be spent within the TIF district. Okay, and when that first TIF was done, Walmart didn't exist. And so when Walmart decided to go in there, that was a huge driver of the money in the TIF district, because obviously those property values went up, as long as that whole shopping center. Lowe's and Academy Sports. So the city really kind of hit it big the first time around. It's really, as you can see, the East Gadsden has really benefited from that TIF district. All right, go to the next one. All right, so what we've got is in the TIF district, and I'm talking about TIF 1, is you're going to have what we call economic drivers. Like I explained to you, Walmart was an economic driver, and so was Lowe's and Academy Sports in the old one, because the increments were really nice. They were really high. And so what we've got now in the works is we've included Coosa, or what we foresee now, and what we foresee now is the drivers in our new District 1 will be the Coosa Harbor, the hotel, and we got, and also mixed use and residential development, but also we've got Rural King. So Rural King is coming in over there at where the old Gregersons was, and once they complete that project, and they're going to do a strip, add hopefully some more commercial space there, that's going to drive up the increment value of that property, which will help fund this District 1. And I've included in here, I included, we had a whole team of us working on this, is the West Meagan Sports Complex, as we call it, the GAC, and also the East Gadsden Pool and Splash Pad. Now those in themselves are not going to create a tax increment, because the city owns that property and we don't pay property taxes. But for example, in the GAC, we put that in there, is because you've got businesses, commercial businesses around that area, and you're going to see some that come in around that area that when they come in, they'll create increased value, which will help drive funds for this TIF 1 district. We've worked with, and on a side note, Ms. Norgren, who's here, had spoken to us and brought up to our attention that a lot of residents in our old TIF 1 district were not being able to take advantage of state law that limits the assessed value on their property. And when I looked at the statute, sure enough, it's a statute that allows all of us to, limit, have some limits on assessed values of our property, but not if we're within a TIF district on our homes. And so that was one reason that I brought that to the mayor's attention, and he said, well, let's do something about it, let's change it. And so we worked on that, and that's a painstaking process, and we might not have it 100% right, so there might be an amendment coming down in the future, but I think we're very close. I mean, that's a tough nut to crack. But on the so we've worked with them, and what we've done on this one is, number one, if we've changed the dynamics of the TIF 1-2 just a little bit. We've taken off Lowe's and Academy Sports, and we've added some more area along 411. And the reason we did that was because we have to meet the parameters of the statute. And there's certain, there's areas, there's values, and all sorts of things in the statute that we have to meet. And so this is going to be in effect for 25, 30 years from now. This will last. And we think this is going to be a good thing. And one thing I'll say is, when the city, back in the day, when the planning director did the first TIF district, he listed about 2 or 3 projects, and none of those projects ever came to fruition. Instead, there were projects they didn't even see coming. So hopefully we'll have a few of those too. So whether we make money in this TIF district or not, it's going to depend on John Moore. All right, next. So this is a map of what we propose is our new TIF 1 district. All right, go to the next one, please.
Could we go back? Oh, that's all right. Go ahead.
You've got a copy, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I just wanted to ask the question about 2 things, but go ahead, I'll say my question.
All right, and that was a map, and I'm going through here some of the drivers that we foresee in TIF 1 is Coosa Harbor. The current assessed value of that land we looked at is $415,000, and the projected value would be $18,000. So you're going to have a good increment there. All right, next one.
Just for a comment, you said 15,000. You meant 15 million?
Yes.
Okay. Did I hear 1,000?
Yeah.
No.
We said the current value is $415,000,
Right.
and the projected value after the project's
18
built
million.
is 18 million.
18 million. Okay.
This is a project that John Moore's envisioning, is putting a potential hotel, and the current value of the land where he wants to put it is $421,000, and the projected value would be $30 million.
And where is that property?
Police station.
Are we allowed to say?
We can now. Since the president did, I might as well.
Everything goes.
Yeah.
All right, next. And of course, Rural King, I mentioned over there by the old Gregersons. They purchased the property for $2.2 million, and once they complete, they're anticipating the value to be about $12 million. All right, so those will be good drivers for, and of course, we've got the East Gadsden Pool, which I think is going to help the area around it, increase value, and also the Gadsden Athletic Center, which, I mean, I think the mayor can tell you there's already business owners close by and near this who are very gleeful about this coming in because it's going to help them. And hopefully we'll have some areas around this center whose values will be increased, which we will capture the increment on, or are part of the increment. And we're also, there's another TIF district which was created back in 2005, I believe, and it was the airport area. And this area was, we've got probably about $1.3 million in the fund, and that's since 2005, and there's just nowhere to spend it. And the mayor said, well, let's do something unique. Let's amend this tax increment, not create a new one, but amend it. And we're going to increase the area to, include the airport. And we've also extended it to include some areas where we expect there to be commercial development, which will fund that district. And that's the map of the TIF 2. All right, next. Here's some pictures of the airport. As you can see, we need to do some work out there. And let me tell you this, the county, and I've been meeting with the county, with Shane and Mr. Dollar, and going over this. And the county's really excited about this, because what we're going to do is we're going to include the airport within the TIF district, because if this ain't Blight, I don't know what is. And that's going to allow y'all to use that money to help fund some sorely needed projects at the airport. And the county's very excited about this. And as they explained to me, is look, they're trying to sell that mega site. And every time they have a fish on the line, the corporate CEO or whoever's making the decision comes in, flies into our airport on their Challenger jet. And that's the first thing they see of Gadsden is our airport. And there's no hangar to house, a Challenger jet is a really nice jet, and there's no hangar to house one while they're here. And so if we go out there and start making some improvements at the airport, that's going to really help them sell the mega site. And number two is as a developer was telling me, there is a need for hangar space from here to Maine. And he said, but the problem is you can't build a hangar and then lease it out and recoup your investment. So it's a catch-22. And that's the reason there's a lack of hangar space. But with money in this TIF district, and the FAA we would really get in good graces with the FAA, as Heath could probably attest to, if we built a few hangars, which would be kind of subsidizing the cost of them, but would keep people coming in, keeping their planes at the airport, then using, refueling at the airport, and if we get was it MOR, David, is what you said? MRO, to start working on these jets, engines at the 100-hour and 300-hour intervals, that would really create a lot of business out there, and have people bring their planes to Gadsden rather than Rome, Georgia, and Albertville.
So we're trying to build a hangar right now for a business. The hangar's $2.5 million. The most they could pay is $2,000 a month, but it's a job and it's business. So we're asking for grants, and we're writing through simple grants, all the grants we can, and also asking our federal delegation for help too, and they've committed to us. So just to give you all a heads up what's going on behind the scenes.
All right, Jessica, you need the next one. So what we've done in the TIF district, we've got economic drivers. And these are two projects which are currently being looked at with the city, and depending on whether we get them or not, but these are two that look pretty good. And these are nicknames, code names, and one is the West Gadsden FSU, and it's going to be on vacant property, and the current value of the vacant property is $50,000. And once this commercial development is completed, we expect that the value will increase by $5 million, which will create your increment value, which would be one of the more significant increments out in the airport TIF district that there is. Another one is, and Shane kept saying, Goodyear. Do you know what you're talking about? I said, yes, that's the code name, Goodyear. This is another project. There's a vacant land out within this district, which currently is valued about $300,000. And the mayor and John Moore are looking at bringing in a commercial development out there that looking at is worth about $385 million. And
That would be a good year.
Well, that would be a good year, and and if that hit, that would be a lot of increment that would be captured in the TIF district and would go a long way to help the blighted conditions at the airport. And just to kind of also, this is a side note, is we fund that airport. And this would be nice to be able to put things at the airport to make it self-sustaining. Is that it? All right. So I would ask that these be considered today and passed, and if we do, then there's a third one that eliminates the TIF 1, the current TIF 1, that I'd like passed as well. And I see Councilman Avery
I do. I have
itching
two.
to ask a question.
Just have two.
All right.
On the 411, outside of where it ends, you spoke of parameters related to the statute. Because of the undeveloped property out there, is that going to be outside of the parameters where you stopped there on 411?
Yes.
Going north? Okay. That's it then.
All right, any others? All right, thank you, Lee.
All right.
Okay. At this point, the chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
So moved.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
All right, agenda item 19, our final public hearing is a resolution amending tax increment district number 2 in the Gadsden Airport area. This will amend the boundaries of the district authorized by a resolution.
Mr. President, that's not allowed.
Yes,
He's
sir.
serving soup papers to people within.
Sir.
Hey.
I'm sorry, in the council chambers during the meeting, you're not allowed to approach the dais, so I would ask if you would still.
I apologize.
Don't do it again.
All right. All right, let me start over in number 19. Our final public hearing is a resolution amending tax increment district number 2 in the Gadsden Airport area. This will amend the boundaries of the district authorized by resolution number R-450-05 and extends the original duration of 25 years to 30 years. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Does anyone wish to speak in favor? I believe Mr. Roberts was speaking for both of these when he spoke a minute ago, right?
Yes.
Okay. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Do we have an updated version?
We didn't make copies of everybody.
All right, do we need to have a recess for anything?
I was
good.
obviously not informed of a matter coming up under new business. I was just making sure that I was prepared, but no, sir, Mr. President, I apologize.
Okay, all right. All right, the chair will entertain the motion, we've done that, to adopt this resolution. Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
All right, item 20 on our agenda is reserved for new business. I believe we have a few items this morning.
Yes, sir, Mr. President. I have several. I think I've got all the ones I'm responsible for, but I'll start with item 2026-0189, which is a resolution from the Engineering Department awarding bid number 3621 in the budgeted amount of $3,568,000. This is for the new lighting at the Twin Bridges Golf Course. This is a project that has been presented at the Mayor's State of the City and has been discussed in several aspects of the new bond issue over the last year or so. This is a really, really exciting project, not just for the golfers in our community, but for as an economic development tool and an economic driver for our local community. Essentially, in addition to renovations going on in the clubhouse and upgrades to the cart paths at Twin Bridges, this project will fully light the back nine of the golf course at Twin Bridges with full stadium lighting systems, allowing for night golf to be played at our golf course, which is incredible. For those of you guys who know the golf community in this region, Silver Lakes is a state-owned retirement system. It was an Alabama-owned golf course that has 27 holes, so it doesn't have two full 18-hole experiences out there. So what makes this really dynamic is not only is it going to be an incredible addition to our municipal golf course and make it a one-of-a-kind attraction in the golf community, honestly, in the Southeast United States, but it'll also complement the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail in the sense that now people will be able to play 27 holes during the day at Silver Lakes, Robert Trent Jones, and then they'll be able to come into Gadsden and play the last 9 of those two 18-hole loops that most people like to play. They'll be able to play those under the lights at Twin Bridges. It will certainly elevate our municipal golf course to the best in the state, in my opinion, by far. So if there's no objections, I would ask that we suspend the rules and consider this under new business today, please.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today as an item of new business, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
Next one I have, Mr. President, is 2020, move to adopt.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
The next one that I have, Mr. President, is item 2026-0191, again presented by the Engineering Department. This is authorizing change order number 1 for bid 3603 with the Alabama Grading and Excavation, LLC. This amends the original contract sum of $455,284.50 by increasing that amount by $22,537.85 to reconcile and pay item additions and deletions through construction, and the contract sum total will now be $477,822.35. If this will wrap this particular contract project up, and this is pertaining to the George Wallace Drive resurfacing project that we did. We were able to go back and make some additional improvements and repairs to the drainage project there on George Wallace. So this will finalize that project and get the contractors paid. So if my colleagues don't have any objections, I would ask that we suspend the rules and consider this under new business.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today under new business, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
Move to adopt.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Okay, Mr. President, the next one I have is 2026-0194. This is authorizing submission of a permit application to the Alabama Department of Transportation for construction within rights-of-way within Highway 411 Rainbow Drive. This is pertaining to the new fire station number 8 and that construction project. So it's again just requesting some rights-of-way permissions from the Alabama Department of Transportation. So if there's no objections, I would ask my colleagues to suspend the rules and allow us to consider this under new business so that we can continue this construction project unabated.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution as an item of new business today, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
And Mr. President, the last one, I'm sorry, move to adopt.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
The last one I have, Mr. President, is 2026-0192, which is a resolution ceasing the tax increment district created by Resolution 33602. This is directly related to the presentation that we just saw from our legal counsel, Lee Roberts. This is an administrative act to retire the old tax increment district that is making way for the two new tax increment districts that we just held public hearings on. So if there's no objection, I'd like to suspend the rules and consider this under new business as well.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today under new business, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
Move to adopt.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
That's all I have, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman Wilson. Councilman Avery.
Mr. President, I have one, it's legal document 2026-0193. This is a change order number 1, final bid for Hudak Construction. Original cost at $81,100. With a reflection of an increase of $28,483, which gives us a sum total of $109,583. This reflects for repairs at the Gadsden Museum of Arts as it relates to the second floor, which brings a more stability structure there. Also having conversation with the director there, it gives what they're needing and wanting as it relates to expand the opportunity to create more pathway for art displays there. So the room will not be now utilized as a meeting room or a venue space as it once was because of the repair and restructure, but also give way again for more opportunity to display necessary and needed art as it relates to our community. I am asking my colleagues to consider this today under new business.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today under new business, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed,
And move to adopt.
consent has been granted.
Move to adopt.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
All right, Councilwoman Manatra, I believe you have one.
Yes, I have resolution number 0201. It's requested by the legal department, and it's authorizing a tax abatement agreement for Project Giant. And I would like to ask my colleagues to suspend the rules and take this up as new business today.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today as an item of new business, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
Move to adopt.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Mr.
Thank you,
President,
Councilwoman. Yes, Mayor Ford.
Can we talk about Project Giant right now? I have to get permission from Mr. Hooks.
I understand, that's right.
But now this passed. But first of all, I want to thank y'all. I appreciate what the council's done. Appreciate Councilman Wilson on the previous things we did, and Council President and all the members of the council. We couldn't do what we do without you. This project that you just passed, it's sad that there's just the revenue commissioner and 3 Notch in here and a few of the regular attendees in the back that witnessed this. This is a great day for Gadsden. This is something we've been waiting on for a long time. Project Giant will create as much as 1,400 jobs, so it'll start out around 650 jobs. There'll be a huge announcement Friday morning at the old Gulf State property, steel mill property. We're excited about this. We want to thank David Hooks and Bill Green for all the work they've done. Something that's been transpiring for quite a while, and we've been waiting on this day. And I saw David Hooks get his cell phone up, take a picture of y'all. when you passed it. So hopefully we'll have a great day Friday, and it'll go smooth as silk. But this is something that the people have been wanting, jobs, 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 and here they come. So, you know, if you're looking to work, we're ready to hire. Thank you.
Outstanding. Thank you, Mayor Ford. Thank you, David Hooks and Bill Green. Thank y'all. All right, we'll be in now at item 21 is department reports, committees, boards. Do we have any of those this morning? All right. If not, we will go to the remarks by the mayor and council. Mayor
Thank you, Mr.
Ford.
President. And I'll be short and quick, and if you don't mind, I'll excuse myself, because the project Goodyear is waiting on me up in my office. So there's another project we're
great.
working on. And I'll let Councilman Avery update us on Coosa Bend Apartments. He's done a great job working with the people. We're doing some stuff on our end, too. We're trying to coordinate our efforts with everything, but I'll let him address that. Want to give an update on Tetrix. The EPA removal action is complete. They have removed over 100,000 gallons of waste removal. The risk to the neighborhood is now virtually zero. We're looking at tearing down the building through ADM, Alabama Department of Environmental Management, and possibly doing a brownfield. So that's good news. The EPA came in and they did exactly what they said they would do, and we're going to have a press conference on that this afternoon to let the people know. The Museum of Art reopens, as you mentioned earlier, Mr. President, March the 5th. Is that right? I believe that's right. If I'm staying corrected, I'll put that out on the website. Michael, is that right? March the 5th? Museum of Art reopens? Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. I thought it was different. Free Dumpster Day is coming up March the 21st. A lot of our constituents always want to know that day. The sites that are available on Dumpster Day will be on the website. I wanted to let you know, I can't remember who's over Parks and Rec, Councilwoman Latham. We have 8 teams going to Tuscaloosa to the state basketball tournament from our Parks and Rec League, which we dominate that every year. Proud to say that, City of Champions. Our 8 and under boys and girls, 10 and under boys and girls, and 12 and under boys and girls. We're also hosting baseball and softball tournaments this weekend at Gadsden State with all the new parking lots open. So we're excited about that. The Win South, I want to say that again, Win South Credit Union Summer Concert Series. David Eubanks and the credit union has agreed to sponsor our concert series, which they give us a certain amount of money, which allows us to go get more bands and offer more concerts. Is being announced at the AMP, and tickets are on sale currently. And y'all, I want to say this. There's something called the Lantern Festival at Nakalula Falls. This is a company that came to us and just said, hey, would y'all be interested in us doing a lantern festival? When they came to me and John, I was like, I guess we're going to float lanterns up in the air. You know, that's all I knew. It is probably the prettiest thing I've attended, and I don't want to take anything away from our Christmas exposure up at the falls, but it's beautiful. If you haven't been, it's something to see. Some people have said, well, the ticket prices are high. Well, we don't have anything to do with it. What we do, they come in and just say, hey, can we use your facility and use your existing lights that are around the trees? And they come in and do all the Lantern Festival. They make all the fabric in Henniger, Alabama. It's a company there. It's a company from overseas. And they have a live acrobatic show and a tent. It's something, I didn't think we could do something like this at the falls. It's just amazing to offer the quality of life experience for the people. And I went Sunday night, and they had over 2,500 people at that park going through on the trains. So we will be coming to y'all about, we're having a problem with our electric trains because they weren't made to go as fast, as much as they're going with the Christmas. And now with the Lantern Festival, and they're breaking down constantly, and if you don't have the trains, and you don't have the festival. So we're going to come back with a steam engine, a diesel train that hopefully we can have going all the time in case one of the electric trains breaks. But we have worn the wheels off of these trains. And a train costs about $350,000, but we're getting a good rate of return on our money. But the Lantern Festival people came in and took our place, and they just said, hey, we'll give you 50% of the revenue. And we do nothing other than provide the employees. So when you take out the ROI, the rate of return for us is around 38%. So we're excited about that. It's another shot in the arm, another $1 million to the city of Gadsden, just to put it bluntly, is what we're going to probably net after our expenses. So I thought that was great. And it goes until they wanted to extend it to April 19th. So I wanted to let y'all know that.
Mayor, I agree. Our family went and took our grandkids Friday night, and it's fabulous. I didn't know quite what to expect, but it was 10 times better than I had anticipated. encourage everybody to go. It is really special, and they've got an acrobatic tent set up, and they got a guy in there doing this juggling stuff that you can see in Las Vegas. It's right here in Gadsden. He is phenomenal.
Right.
I mean, I've never seen anything like it.
It's crazy. And I want to thank y'all again for Project Giant. Councilwoman Minotra's been on my AWS about getting something in her district. So there you go, Dixie. We got it, and it's coming, and we're proud to announce it. So thank y'all, everybody, okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Ford. All right. Councilwoman Latham, would you lead us off in the council comments?
When does the lantern, when is that over? When does it end? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, thank you.
Mayor, do you know if they plan to open it up 7 days for spring break, or is that, so spring break is going to open up the whole time? Okay.
Oh, I have a list of stuff that I wanted to mention today, but due to time, I would just like to say Project Giant is awesome. You are Brown, congratulations. And all of these things are in an attempt to improve the quality of life for our citizens. Last month was Black History Month, and I attended a few events, and I want to just say to everyone who put emphasis on Black history and the contributions of blacks and all last week was good. I do want to make mention of Councilman Avery's social media, and I spoke with him about this, but I do want to make mention of his social media presentation for Black History Month in the fact that he featured local people who had made history, and so it was great, and thank you for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Smith.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. President. Another really, really good day of government today. Just want to say congratulations as well to Eura Brown. Man, I need my eyes on. Also want to really thank Brittany for her service here at City Hall. She's been a tremendous blessing, I'm pretty sure, to the staff here. Hate to see her leave, and we welcome, I think her name is Miss Dawn, I think. Welcome you to City Hall, and look forward to working with you as well. Just want to ask everybody to continue to pray for our nation and really pray for our brave men and women in uniform who are serving our country at this time. Had a great time with Read Across America. Spent time with Ms. Iva up at Thompson and a few others, Mr. Blackwell, Ms. Mendez yesterday, as well as my wife, reading to the students at Thompson Elementary, and look forward to that every year, spending time, some intimate time with the kids up there. And what we announced today is just super, super big to me. Everybody's been saying with all this going on in the city, once jobs start to manifest, it's just going to be the icing on the cake. And Mayor Ford told us years ago, he was told by these companies, you clean the city up, the jobs will come. And City Hall's been doing a great job cleaning our city up, and the jobs are manifesting. So I'm just standing on tiptoe anticipation for Friday. Thank you, Mr. President. That's all I have.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Avery.
Thank you, Mr. President. To the Russell family, we want to extend condolences in the passing of Officer Russell, and continue his prayers to that family and many others that are experiencing loss in this season. Again, ditto on the backs of further announcements as it relates to Eura Brown and their academics. One thing that I liked that the superintendent spoke is that, of course, we're always, speaking and cheering on athletics, our athletic area and departments. But our one good thing also about our school system is that they're also excelling academically. And so with that, I would like to personally extend a piece of gratitude to the board, principals, teachers, parents, and then most importantly, our students for their hard work and effort coming from 14, I think 15 somewhat years of married to an educator who is also, I want to say, the State of Georgia Teacher of the Year as well. So big kudos to my wife on that, but also again to Eura Brown, their staff, the Board of Education, and those students. To our servicemen and women who are exercising our freedom, a fight for our freedom in the Middle East. Just continuous prayers and thanks to all those servicemen and women near and far as they continue to keep us protected and those acts of service in which they have signed up to do for our United States of America freedom. To piggyback on the Black History statements, I just want to thank all of those men and women whose shoulders that I stand on, giving me the opportunity to sit in this space, in this place, in this time, that have contributed so much to not only to our city and our state, but to our country history. And again, it wasn't a need to mention anyone outside of this city. Everyone that was mentioned are persons of this city, and being that I was unable to mention so many others, it will continue even in the month of March as they're still coming in of those many members of our society, of our community here that have paid so much of a way for so many of us. I also want to thank for those, being that I wasn't here last week, I wanted to just kind of get this in as well, the stage play that took on the many people that came out as well at Mount Pilgrim Baptist Church, The Struggle of a Black Man. It is being asked that the stage play be taken to Birmingham. And so I want to thank everyone in the absence of Pastor Roderick Thomas, who put that on, for all those members of the community that came out for that event as well. I want to Mayor mentioned about Kusabin, and I'm not going to say much about Kusabin, but I will say this. I want to thank Chuck and Jennifer, who is the owner of Gadsden Inn and Suites. I want to thank Kimberly Helms with U-Haul, general manager of U-Haul, the 4th Street community, Men on Bikes, Janarda's Catering, and Armand Timmons, and all of those who gave that I didn't mention as I was just coming from the dome with the thoughts. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you for your volunteerism, and thank you for your thoughts. This situation with Kusabin is a complex one. It's complicated, and some of the members that are a part of that, it is very difficult to bring upon words to describe it. So I'll leave it at that, but I want to thank everyone that contributed to the acts that was done on yesterday to help with those members that were affected or being affected as it relates to the Kusabin transition. I want to thank Head Start, a early education program in our community that does such good work. The director, the teachers, everyone that play a part, the parents, and those beautiful babies for the Black History Parade that they put on last week, the Gadsden City Police Department, and all of those that played, again, a tremendous part in making that happen. It was a beautiful parade. Those kids have a great time, and I think all that was able to attend enjoyed it as well. Project Giant, this is something that I've just, in my opinion, it's different from jobs and careers, and I think now we have an opportunity that we are bringing careers to this city, and that is a great thing. So kudos to all of those that have played a role in this. That is huge for our city, and truly I think this could be an opportunity where our city will definitely grow in population. The mayor mentioned this Tetrix, which is also in District 3, the plant that was that we had the chemical ordeal with. Ruth and I, Ms. Moffitt rather, and I had a meeting with them per Zoom, and so again, everything went well. I'm a little disappointed with some things that did come out of the meeting, but overwhelmingly, there is going to be a news press release, as well as letters will be going into the boxes of those in close proximity with all of the good news and the things that took place. So I think we we should be proud of the work that went forth as it relates to eliminating that blight out of the community and that danger out of the community as we progress in getting the building and those grounds taken care of. I want to double down on dumpster day, as I'm sure it will be said after this, because I've been asked a whole lot. So dumpster day, March 21st, and then of course, if someone else will just lay out where these places would be, that would be good, because I'm not sure. And my final statement is Flashback Weekend is on under new leadership and a new group of guys that is looking to pick up the torch and take this thing on. So April, set your save the date to April the 17th through the 19th, and be paying attention as we just roll out the kind of plans of where everything would be hosted and how it would be done, and contributions, donations, and sponsorships, and all of that as well. But again, Flashback is on. Flashback Weekend is on in the city of Gadsden from April 17th through the 19th. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Avery. Councilwoman Minatra.
Yes, big announcement today, and the celebration and more to come will be Friday. That's March the 6th, 10 a.m. It'll be South 26th Street. So please come and join and hear more about Project Giant.
Thank you. Councilman Robinson.
Man, that was a day, guys. That was a day. It feels like it's been, it has been 3 hours since we were up here with the Year Brown Scholar Bowl students.
That's
but
right.
We've been at it, but that's what it's all about when we're doing this and things are moving forward. Thank Mr. Green, Mr. Hooks, everybody else involved. Just want to thank you guys personally. Hey, man, it's all happening. Here we go, what we've always been talking about. But another great day of government. I really enjoy it, and I enjoy being up here with you guys and making all this happen. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
And the Lantern Festival is just super cool. If you're debating it for any reason, go up there and check it out.
Yeah, I agree. I do want to echo the sentiments to the Sergeant Russell family and offer our condolences. Great officer for our city, and just even a better human, and we're just keeping them in our prayers. Also want to, if I'm correct, Councilman Smith, I believe you just had your 19th anniversary?
I did.
Well, congratulations at New Destiny Church in North Gadsden. A very vibrant church. I've had the pleasure of being there a couple of times, and that's you leave there feeling good. It's just you've got a great congregation, and y'all do great things up there. Thank you for what you do. Also want to thank Year Brown for being here today. Year Brown Elementary Scholars Bowl team. They won the first ever state championship for elementary schools in Quiz Bowl competition. We will have, I'm talking with the principals at Gadsden Middle School and Gadsden City High School. They too have won state championships. Gadsden City High School has recently won the second national Quiz Bowl title in a row. I mean, they've won it twice in a row. Gadsden Middle, of course, feeds into Gadsden City High School, and they're picking up the mantle of Quiz Bowl championships. So, y'all, we've got a lot to be proud of in our school system. This is just one of many things that our school system does with excellence, and very proud of those students and teachers. We've talked about Project Giant, Bill Green, David Hooks, Malone Johnson there in the IDA office. Thank you guys for what you've been doing. Those take years to do. It doesn't take time to bring a project. It takes years to bring a project. And so, and it takes dedication and consistent work, and you guys have been doing that. Very excited about things to come for Gadsden. Success begats success. I know this will be the first of many that I think our community will get to experience in the years to come. So thank you very much. Also want to make an announcement. We're having our monthly nuisance and abatement hearing today at 1:30, which is in about 25 minutes. So if you want to stay for some more civic fun, you can. I invite you to stay and for the nuisance and abatement hearing. If not, we will be adjourned. Have a great day.